Hey yo, sorry about that, y'all. Um, I will do better. I guess I'm glad we didn't record that one. That one's for the dustbin.
Bro, I was
What do
getting
I put?
messages on Discord saying, Yogi, tell him. Yogi, tell him. Like, I couldn't see nothing.
Yeah, me neither. That was trippy.
Yeah, I couldn't see what they was all talking about. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
You gotta watch out for those quiet ones. Those ones that come up here and they just fade into the background. I got my eyes out. Sean, I appreciate you, man. What's going on with you? Catch us up.
Same old, same old. Just chilling, dude. Again, Crodex is coming. I think tomorrow, guys. Staking on them, so check it out for GDRT. Can earn some XCRX. There's the alpha.
Hey, we gotta shout out Crodex, man. Like, they are not loud. They don't come in here bigging themselves up, but they've been here from the jump, man. Before I knew what a Dex was, before I knew that VVS was a Dex, because that's what I was using.
Yeah, I think they're good peeps over there. I got no issues with them, man. They always come through, honestly.
Yeah, 100%. Yogi, what's up?
Sean, I want to talk with Sean for a second. In your opinion, now you have two different options for you staking. Which one is better?
I think kind of both. The reason I did this was just because like people went and minted more than one NFT, so I just wanted to give them the ability to utilize them more. So like they offer boosters, and you'll be able to use 3. So that's like kind of a plus. But I don't know, man. It just really depends on what you believe. I mean, the reason I did it with Crodex, honestly, is because I like Crodex, and I like kind of what they're working on with XCRX and trying to make this like metaverse world. I don't know what's going to come of it, but I just try to stick with projects that help me out. I come back and help them, So I figure if we can onboard more people into their ecosystem as well with giving them XCRX, why not? It doesn't hurt GDRT, and so I don't know. I want people to hold GDRT and try to earn Crow and see what we can do with this, but. I don't know, man. I can't answer that question. To each their own.
Okay.
How many holders are you at now?
I wish I could tell you. I don't like. Is everybody else having problems with Chronoscan right now?
No.
I haven't tried. Yogi?
But which NFTs you better stake as boosters, Sean? Both of them?
Both of them work with Crow King's staking. Yeah, the Crow Rewards NFT and the Founders. But the one with Crodex will be the Founders.
Okay. And which one is the second one, right?
The box.
That's the second one. Yeah, technically it sounds like it's the first one, but it's the second one that we did.
Right. Yeah. All right.
It's the box. It's the it looks like the toy box, right?
Yeah, it comes with 3 items.
The Crow rewards. Yeah.
Not the Crow rewards, the GDR token Founders. You get the Founders NFT, you get over 16 billion GDRT that you can go stake with the NFT. And you also get the EPC NFT, which they're working on something on their end, and we kind of did a little collab, and I'm trying to help them out. But you get 3 items with it. So,
what's EPC?
Elite Players Club. They want to work on kind of like gaming NFTs, maybe gambling. Yeah, they're kind of working quiet, hush hush. So, give them a look.
What's it called?
EPC, Elite Players Club.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think I'm still sitting in their Discord just waiting on a major announcement. I've been in there since the beginning.
Yeah, things kind of stalled, and the dev that we're working with that they're using, he got kind of held up with a lot of stuff. So, but he actually just finished something else too. They should have an NFT coming that's going to be a free mint. It's like, oh, check it out. That's all.
Well, everybody loves that.
Alpha, I don't think it's cool that scammer came in and ruined our last space. I did get all the M1s out to the people that posted, but in light of starting a new space, we might as well do another 10 M1 giveaways. So I'll post it up to the top, but yeah, just drop your oxes in my comment. Thanks, Alpha.
Yeah, man. In your comment, Oh, okay. Underneath your tweet, I got you.
Yeah. Thank
Hey,
you.
hey, sweet. Hey, I sent you a DM,
Yeah.
bro. Answer me real quick if you don't mind.
Yeah, for sure.
If we get 50 people in here, I will give out those. Troll coin NFTs. All right, Lo, none for you then. Jesus. Welcome back to the jungle, y'all.
I'm thankful
We had to
because we
rug
got
that
it
last one, but
recorded.
this one is recorded. So, I don't know if you guys see the numbers like I do. It
It was
probably
a
doesn't
mixed
break it
blessing.
down for you. So I'll just tell you the same thing I always tell you. There are way more people that listen back than show up.
Yeah.
Like 5 or 6 times as many people. So if you said something that you think everybody needs to hear in the last space, don't worry about saying it again in
Yeah.
this space. Trust me.
It was a mixed blessing. Now we got the space recorded, man, and you know, we got a second chance at that with an hour left on the clock. You know, that's cool.
Hour on the clock. Take 2.
That was really
We get
weird.
a second chance.
It was
here.
really weird because I couldn't see any of that stuff.
And
Thank
neither could
God.
anybody.
On that, me
Yeah.
neither.
Okay.
You can't get those things out of your head once you see them. So
Yeah.
I'm good.
Glad I
Citadel.
glad I didn't see
Hey,
him.
what's up, Bill?
Yeah, me too.
Hey,
What's
nothing.
good?
Hey, all good. Nothing. Nothing too crazy over here. I came up and was telling you guys about this little web development course I was taking. Online, or they normally charge like $100 for it on Udemy.com, but I looked at it this morning, and it's 80% off. So it's only like $16 right now if anyone wants to buy it. If you complete the thing, I'll reimburse you the $16 if you want the $16 back. So yeah, I want to see you guys learn this
Same
stuff. So if
here.
anyone,
Like, we will straight up give you the $16. We need everybody who has the time and the motivation to be pushing, like Citadel's pushing. I had an idea in the shower. I was thinking we might have a whole new like branch of developer that no one even thought of before. Like we have front end developers and we have Solidity devs. I think cross chain devs is going to be a thing. You got to know more than one coding language, and you got to be a connector like Doc. Cross chain dev. That's what I want to be.
I know
So
Basic and Fortran. Does that count?
that's good. I mean, yes,
You ever heard of those?
everything counts. I know what HTML,
Okay, we're in.
JavaScript.
yo, bro, that's half the battle. Like, you know, when you're building like a website or something, like that's half of it is like JavaScript. The Solidity and all that stuff is like just like the smart contract. But like you got to connect that all to like Web 2 stuff. So learning JavaScript and all that stuff is like you can't just learn Solidity if you want to, like if you don't know anything, you know what I mean? Kind of like me, like if learning Solidity will not teach you how to like set up a whole website and all that stuff. So you definitely got to learn more than one language for sure.
Yeah, and it's daunting. Listen, I'm 40 years old, right? Yes, I'm 40 years old, and it's scary to me. Like I've jumped into new territory. Like I went back to school in my 30s. I went to electrician school in my late 20s. Like I've definitely jumped into things that I knew nothing about, but I was younger, and I don't know. There's a part of me. What I'm trying to say is, I'm just trying to be honest about the fact that like I see coding as like a daunting thing to learn, but by pushing you guys, I'm pushing myself. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. Joey, what's up?
Hey, Miss Nat, you probably have a heads up leaps and bounds over a lot of these guys because knowing Basic and Fortran, you've trained your mind to break down the problem into manageable pieces and to attack each piece as a separate entity. I was thinking the other day, and I apologize if this goes way sideways. Murphy heard me talk about it the other day on a personal call. You guys talk about compound interest and how most people's minds can't conceive compound interest. Miss Nat, one of the things that a lot of people really can't understand, but you can with your basic and Fortran, is multi-dimensional arrays and how those things apply. It's basically database management, guys.
Well, thank you, Joe. I thought I was behind everybody else because I was old and just knew the old stuff. It's nice to know I got some kind of advantage.
All the new stuff is the simplified version of the old stuff. So if you can do it Barney Rubble style, you're ready to go. I mean,
okay.
There's so many different cheats and stuff. When we were doing basic, we had to create the user interface. They've got the user interface already there, plug and play. What do you want to do? You want to do this? You want to do that? Okay, boom, boom, boom. It's ready to go. All the code is already written. We wrote the code to create those user interfaces. So you really are. You're leaps and bounds ahead of a lot of these other people. Now it's whether or not you want to step back into it. That's the question. Peace and happiness to the room. Guys, make it what you're going to be. It is that simple.
Be the change you want to see in Web3.
Thanks, Joey. I'm inspired now.
Good. This is good. And like, I hope all the old farts in here are feeling good.
Excuse me?
Me and Nat, we... sorry. Nat and I...
No, it was the old fart part.
I know.
Even though it's true. Okay.
Me, excuse me, I almost did it again. Nat and I and Cole, all of us, we, and Joe, they need us. Y'all need us. Look what happens when you let a 20-something hold your 10 billy. Not a good idea. Y'all were feeling good about that last month. Not a good idea. You need some old born farts like us to just tell you about compound interest and how you can't wrap your little head around it. But just do it. Just squirrel away your little Satoshis. Buy Crow while it's low. You know, buy low, sell high. Own your keys, own your crypto. It's easy if you just keep coming back.
Alpha, you understand 2 dimensions, right? You look at a picture, you got an x-axis, a y-axis. You understand 3 dimension. You now have a z-axis.
Bro, I play chess in 3 dimensions. You have no idea.
So now when you add your 3-dimensional chess, you actually start getting into the 4th dimension. Now when I add a 5th one, you're like, whoa, wait. But if I break it down Barney Rubble, you got 10 identical sheets of paper. That's dimension 1. They sit inside one folder. That's dimension number 2. It sits behind a divider. That's dimension number 3. It sits in a drawer. That's dimension number 4. It sits in a filing cabinet. That's dimension number 5. It sits inside a room. That's dimension number 6.
Those
it
aren't
sits inside a...
That's a rabbit.
It is. When you get into an array, which is what you're talking about, each one of those items you can use to search or make a mathematical function on those keys. This is what we're doing. This is all of what the web base is. Searching that database based on keys. What are those keys? Individual pieces of item that relate to another piece of information.
Hey, Joey, you know what a mental palace is?
Something about glass, what? You're going to shatter my palace?
No, a mental palace.
I'm sure I've heard the term.
You can make it out of glass. it's a way to visualize and memorize things. So what I would recommend everybody does is build a mental palace with 12 rooms in your head. And what you do is you put something in each room to remind you of the word, like a mnemonic device.
That's really good.
Yeah, it works. It works. It's a way to spatially represent memory.
I actually passed an eye test based on that same thought process. I made a mnemonic that is rather derogatory, but it allowed me to pass my eye test.
Hey, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to put in those rooms, you don't have to tell us. In fact, I highly recommend you do not tell us.
Okay,
please don't tell us. Please don't
Isn't
tell
an eye test like when you look at the chart and cover up one eye and read the letters?
They probably got a new one these days.
Yeah, and believe it or not, there's some pretty standardized charts. You're going to have like 1 of 10 inside your doctor's office. You can find them online.
Oh, so you remembered it?
He's not trying to get downgraded.
Okay, so now truck drivers are on YouTube, on Twitter, and throwing emojis, and they can't see good either, huh?
Shame on all you guys.
Only the chimp.
Hands-free devices only. Come on.
We only mess with chimp truckers. They know how to get around things, and they got that grind. What's up, Murph? Heyo.
Speaking of chimps, who's coming to Crotopia?
No shit.
Yeah, look up top.
Oh, they better be our neighbors.
That's dope, right? Next thing we're gonna have is chimp skins, baby.
Well, Wavy, you better get us our goddamn Thundercat skin first, boy. We done been waiting. Damn. Just because I have a Mac doesn't mean I can't see what's going on Twitter. I just can't get into Crotopia. Hell yeah, the chimps are coming. That is great news. I don't even think the chimps are in the Chronoverse. Are they? This is their first move.
Their main hub is Decentraland.
Decentraland. This is their first move into a Chronos metaverse, and they chose Crotopia. Hey.
Wait, chimps are in Decentraland?
The chimps are in Decentraland. They have a treehouse.
I missed that. Didn't know.
Well, we built a treehouse in Crotopia. Sort of. I mean, like, you know, the jungle started as, you know, I was a chimp. I've always been a chimp. I think I can't really be anything but a chimp at this point. I don't know. We can have more than one treehouse. I just wish the chimps would come be a part of our thing, but that's just crazy talk.
Speaking of land, we can talk about the lions and well, it's not lion land anymore, but mainnet land. What do you call it?
Oh man, yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this one.
Yeah.
So it looks like they've got 3 different pricing packages. Holding a lion is gonna get you a discounted price and a 1-day head start. Looks like we're having our own sale.
It's like 48 hours.
Yeah, private land sale for lions. It's one of the first times. Yeah, straight up. It's one of the first times that we've seen CDC do exactly what we wanted. I mean, this is what the Lions asked for.
And they had a year to listen to us.
We wanted first dibs and a discount.
And a really good discount.
Yeah, you got both.
Yeah.
I mean, Texas was going to like it no matter what they did. So,
right?
I want to hear from, I mean, Nat's impressed. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I just read pretty much all the blog posts and everything. It sounds pretty cool.
Not bad. It's a tycoon game. I haven't played one of these since SimCity on Super Nintendo.
You will be able to.
Legit.
Is there?
Oh my bad. Whatever you like yield in there, whatever like you make, you're gonna be able to trade it for crow, is what I remember reading, which I thought was pretty cool.
Is there a limit on how many you can get per lion?
Yes. You want to guess?
No. Just tell me.
Come on.
One per lion?
Nope.
I hadn't seen it posted yet.
Ice cold.
5 per lion?
2,500 lands for lions. That's your limit.
Oh, that's the total allocation.
2.5K per person.
Oh, okay.
Right? I mean, that's what I read in the group chat. I hope they weren't joking.
They
couldn't be joking.
They're making stuff up in the group chat.
Yeah, they are. They always are.
Yeah, no confirmed mint amounts.
All right, 2.5K had me tripping. So good. I was like, what are they doing? Joey, what's up?
So just a little add-on to that. At 2.5 per lion, how many lions are there? Like over 10,000. So
Yeah. Forget that number.
Okay.
Someone was playing.
Let's just say 5. You got 5. We'll run with that. We can make up a number just like anybody else.
Oh yeah.
So
they're selling it in 5-packs. You can buy a 5-pack, and I highly suggest that you do, because I looked at the numbers, actual official CDC numbers, infographic numbers, and it looks like the best deal is to be a lion holder and buy a 5-pack.
Yes, sir.
Then it's like $39 per land.
My question for you, Alpha, was, have you been in and done anything on 420 in the Chronoverse? I know there was a whole building and everything set up for you.
Yeah, here's the deal. I'm on a Mac, so until I can get in there on the Mac, we can't do what I want to do, which is throw this show live in Crotopia. Why are you throwing thumbs downs, Wavy? I'm trying, man. We're both trying. We're gonna meet in the middle. The middle. It'll work.
Was just checking because I went on the interactive map yesterday, and I want to say there's like 3,500, 3,600 tiles.
That thing
has
grown so much since we built our little treehouse, and like our treehouse is like little now.
You know? I want to say there's only like 140 or 150.
Hold on.
Tiles on the floor.
Joe, hold on. Joe's talking about Chronoverse, and you're talking about Crotopia. Y'all are talking about two different metaverses here.
Apples and oranges.
Crotopia is Wavy's thing. Chrono's primate business. Chronoverse is... Oh, shit. No, I don't laugh.
I'm laughing with you.
No, it's something group. What's his thing called? BCG, right? Come on.
Sure, we'll run with it. Your story.
Digital Collective Group. I think that's right.
BCG. That's BCG's thing.
But my thought process that I was going after was they did their sellout. There's only like 120 something, 150 something tiles listed in the secondary. Everybody else is still holding tight. The Crovillians are able to run around in there. The Crow homes get dropped in there. You get building materials dropped on each tile for free. We got multiple metaverses that we get to play in, and there's cross utility coming out our ears, guys.
Well, yeah. I mean, Crotopia is technically a cross-chain metaverse, I believe, at this point, because we have Ethereum and Chronos projects in there now. I forget who the first Ethereum project in Crotopia was. I think it's I think Jarritos is going in there, isn't it? Or what's the other one?
Pharaoh's
Little
project
I think
too.
Little Hotties.
Yeah,
And
I think there's
Lucky
actually like
Leopards.
four different chains already have land in Crotopia. So it is a multi-chain aspect so far that's all ties back to Crow.
I'm trying to decipher Wavy's Twitter sign language here. So thumbs down 10 seconds ago means just come up here. Come on.
So I have a relatively good question regarding all of this. If each land is kind of like a factory and it will look at your entire empire, like let's say you have 5 lands and each one of them is producing towards the leaderboard, or will each individual land be its own entity, if you know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean. You're looking at that leaderboard and you want to dominate. That's cool. I'm here to help you do it.
Not necessarily me, but in general, because is someone going to be able to buy, 200 lands and make it work? Or will it be like little factories where you want a land, a lion, and a cub to max out the potential?
There's a lot of unknowns here, Tex. And we're counting on you to get that good, juicy alpha and bring it in here. So let us know. I've never played a game like this. I don't know. Maybe we should get 21 in here. He's the gamer. I had a bunch of news written down here for you guys that I wanted to get through. But I don't.
I think for everybody that retweets the room, they should definitely drop their Oxaddies in my little comment there, and I'll send you over an M1. We've only got 13 retweets right now. We've got over 40 people in here. Let's go. What are we doing here? Come on. We're a team.
They're exhausted. They tweeted out the last room. And they're like,
we can do it twice. We can do it this time. We can do it better. Let's get all 40 out. Come on.
Come on, guys. You can do it. I believe in y'all. I was really trying to get Bach back up here. It's a mystery. And I'm not going to be able to rug this space until I find out how.
It doesn't make any sense. How do you clone it? How do you clone a coin? Like, you can't just add the same contract in and redo it. Like, the contract has to be the same for it to be verified on the other end. Like, it makes zero sense in my head.
I know, because what they're saying is that the only reason the tokens didn't get accepted on the other end was because it didn't match the supply. And that's why it got blocked. But that the tokens themselves were no different.
Yeah, but like, this isn't a physical thing. This is like, this is just a contract address, right? Like, it's super basic when you think about it. Like, how it just doesn't make any sense if the numbers don't line up. It just can't go from one end to the other end.
Right? Because what we've deciphered and what we kind of knew already was that the reason Sam was able to do everything that he did without people noticing was because he built his own exchange. And centralized exchanges only operate in one way. It's a private ledger. It's not a decentralized blockchain like Kronos. You can't see every transaction on crypto.org. But, FTX was doing some really shady shit in the background. Like, the back doors, the things that people really weren't expecting. And this one, I still can't wrap my head around it.
So back in April,
because this is affecting the decentralized side. You see what I mean? It's like, it's one thing, whatever you want to do in your house, that's fine, right? We were all, well, not us, but those of us that were putting money into FTX we were putting our money in someone else's house. But like they're doing things that affects the entire neighborhood, all of society.
Back in
Okay.
April, May, we had the bridging hacks, and the bridging hacks exploited that possibility of creating a token that matched a token that wasn't actually there. So they were able to receive a token and send it back, spend the token that they received the second time. Does that make sense? And they were able to find that hack. They were able to find that hack and crash it.
Right. And this is pretty much the basics of all the bridge hacks. And it's gotten to the point now, especially with this newest news about counterfeit tokens, it's getting to the point where I believe all the shit that I didn't believe last week. Like when people were blaming everything on FTX, like the Ronin bridge hack, Axie Infinity. The reason I haven't looked at my Axies in a year and a half.
So can I digress for a minute?
Yeah.
So I see Red Falcon is in here.
Oh yeah, he's up here.
Yeah, and came up. So I got questions about the land. So you're not buying, you're not minting land, Red?
I think personally, I'm gonna wait and take a more cautious approach and just perhaps wait until secondary.
You said it's something you saw in the announcements that made you like double take or something?
So, because again, everyone knows I have to be careful with everything that I say directing it. So I'll say this openly. As my knowledge from studying game design for the 6 years that I did, I know that, for example, anything that's considered pay to win is very much destined to fail, because essentially it provides a platform where, depending on how much buck you're willing to spend, then that will determine on how well you play in the game. It'd be essentially like someone being able to be allowed to purchase hacks within Call of Duty, and it's like, yeah, cool, it's fair game because like they paid for it. It would ruin the entire experience for everyone else, and probably would actually not make it very fun for those who are constantly winning because there's no challenging element. Tex, you got your hand up? Go for it, dude.
No, finish up your point.
Oh yeah, so I was just sort of saying, any sort of game or mechanic where it sort of says, you know, the more you purchase or the more you earn and own, for example, will depend on like how much like you can earn, kind of thing. And if it's done in a kind of ranking sort of scenario, you know, for example, if a game has a leaderboard, and it's like, cool, depending on where you place on there, depends on like the rewards you get, and the place in which you get depends on how much you initially own. I worry that for any game that attempts to do that, it could potentially be a scenario where the rich get richer thing. And so that's what, for me personally, why if I see that within a game, I have my reserves about it until, because obviously when any game comes out, if unless it's one that's made and put into production and that's it, no changes are going to happen, obviously I won't touch it. But if it's something that's like, okay, cool, it's able to work and reshape and stuff as time goes by, then obviously I'm going to be open-minded and stuff to be hearing more about it, etc. But obviously, it's almost like me when downloading iOS updates, you know, waiting for them to patch out all the bugs for it before instantly updating to the next patch, basically.
So your perception is based on your experience as a gamer, and not so much like having actually seen the game or played the game.
I have tested it.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to that's something that I've already publicly shared previously in my previous role, and I want to say that, you know, my decision to, again, it might be that towards on the actual day itself, it might be that I decide actually screw it, I'll mint some. I think just my current thought of mind is perhaps just wait, just because I want to take a more cautious approach. Not even necessarily anything necessarily to do with the project itself, but For example, I still believe that there is going to be a lot of turmoil in the crypto market itself. I believe that we're going to see a similar situation of what happened with Luna actually happen to USDT. So, as a buddy of mine who essentially almost predicted the Luna crash, wrote up a thesis about Tether itself, and how it sort of has very, very similar issues in terms of it not being backed one-to-one and stuff, etc. I'll see if he's actually willing to share it. So I think in general, I'm not massively open to minting anything at the moment, and that's probably more of a factor at the moment, I would say. Because again, I mean, this is a.
When do you think you will be?
Sorry, go forever.
Ready to mint something? When do you think you will be ready to mint something?
I think it's when something actually. Either I'm confident in the market as a whole. I feel as though that we're not going to suddenly just have this massive turmoil again and prices drop and everyone liquidates and runs to the bank. But also as well, I think when projects start getting to that verge almost where like, okay, now you can actually use it. Because I think at the moment, a lot of projects they're very much startups. It's a case of like, cool, here is our concept. Please be an early investor. And in some months' time, there will be perks, utilities, and benefits. And I think that for me personally, I want to sort of have that buying window a little bit close to the date of when it actually does become applied. Because, there's been many cases and scenarios where a lot of people have purchased in at very high prices for something that they think is going to do amazing. And it probably will do amazing at some point in time. But because of the time in which it's taken to get there, prices have devalued over time, and people have been able to get in at a much sort of cheaper time. I think that there is, I think there's a lot more for the NFT market as a whole to go and setting up certain standards, because I think at the moment everyone's kind of recycling different ideas and stuff, and starting, stopping, starting, stopping, starting, and so it does make me a little bit reserved. I'm not fudding. I'm not saying any project stuff's going to do bad or not and stuff, etc. I mean, I've always said from the get-go, I think about like 98% of existing NFT projects that are out right now will probably go to zero at some point. Just because, again, everyone is copying everyone. And it's a little bit like the dot-com bubble back in like 1998 or whatever it was. So at the moment, for me personally, I'm just having a little bit more of a poised and cautious approach. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, it's the smart way to be right now. You need to always be thinking long term. If you're getting into these projects, I mean, it's just not the market that it was a year ago when you're flipping short term.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I think anyone venturing into like particular projects now, especially this one coming up, I definitely think that there's money to be made. Of course, I mean, if you are to get lucky and stuff, and perhaps get yourself something that's rare, and again, a lot of people FOMO in and like, cool, I want that rare one. I'm willing to pay highly inflated prices at this moment in time. Then sure, awesome. That works great. But also as well, like for I'll use this as an example actually. So even though I was the one that actually came up with the whole match ready loaded lines and stuff, etc. like that, when it came to the point of actually getting airdropped and I was no longer on the team, I made the decision of actually I'm going to sell these, because obviously if I was still part of the team, I'd probably hold on to them, just because a case of if anyone sees anyone who's part of the team selling stuff, they normally sort of panic and run around like, oh shit, we need to be worried and scared. But it was just nice for me to actually, seal some of that value and stuff, so to speak. For example, the moment in which they dropped, I tried selling them as quickly as I could, because I knew just from previous markets and stuff that they start to go down in value. And I think I had the highest selling line. I sold one of my Cyberglass match ready lines for I think $500, and I think the floor price now is about $40 or something like that. So and because I expected the value of it probably would go down, very similar to, for for example, the Santa Claus ones, where it's like, okay, cool, the festive season's over and stuff. It's not perhaps as much hyped up and stuff, etc. I'd be curious actually to see if those particular NFTs go up in value.
I hear that you can buy land with the Santa Lions.
Oh, shut up, Texas.
Yeah, we wish, Texas.
We do wish, and
I'm
we were
selling
talking
my
those
Santas
talks.
like hotcakes now. People are buying these Santa Lions thinking they're going to buy land.
Are you
Come
selling
on.
them on a lie,
Really?
Texas?
You
I
know who
cannot
I
allow
am.
this.
If you think that you're going to buy land with Santa Lions, you are going to be sad on December 13th.
Yeah. No, but
I believe in Santa. I believe that these Santa Lions are gonna do something this year, because I didn't sell mine, and that is why I still have it, because the prices do drop. And we told everybody when those match ready Lions came out exactly what Falcon is saying, and I sold mine for $69, $65,
I mean,
something like
Alpha,
that.
does the Cyber Cup shirt fit?
Oh hell yeah, it fits, man.
Isn't that a cool shirt? I can't wait for you to post that.
And Levi, I got too much stuff to tell you. Everything there's a story for everything he pulled out of that box.
but the thing,
But they're getting along now, so that's good. And he wore the glasses to school today. So,
Dude,
there you go, Tex.
you know that hit. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for your family. That's awesome.
And oh, you weren't here in the beginning. Yeah, he has the what are they called? Mixed tiles?
That's right.
Mixed tiles. He's got them up on his wall. So my son has my chimp and a croco on his wall. Thanks to Texas.
Dude, I'm gonna send him some more, and I have a gift
Somehow he
card.
got on the good list, putting crocos on my walls. But that is just that's the magic of crofam, bro. Remember crocos, Falcon?
Crocker. Oh yeah, I remember.
That's the first rug on Chronos, baby.
Oh, was it a rug then? I didn't watch it.
Oh yeah, that's where MMF got their decks.
I'm not gonna say.
It used to be Croc Swap.
I'm not gonna say who it was, but I remember there was someone who I used to work with, who literally just could not stand that project. It's like it won't fuck off, like. So I think I don't know whether they're gonna be happy or sad there's a rug. I don't think anyone's happy when there's a rug, other than those people who wrote it initially. But I think at the same time, I think they're happy to see it go.
They rugged like 11 months ago.
Wait, what?
Yeah, everybody has had a chance to get over that one, right?
Oh no, because I mean, I remember them still being around. Unless I'm thinking of a different project, like even a couple of months ago, they were still around.
Well, I mean, I wonder what the NFTs are doing. These guys, we were talking about that at the beginning of the show. Shit, and no one's gonna be able to hear it because we did not record the last space. We said, shit.
I prefer the non-recorded spaces. It saves my ass in many ways. If I say something that I didn't mean to say, it means like, cool, delete that. That's something for the history books, and it's not something that can be brought up in court.
We're trying to educate, and I can't remember what we said in the last space now. Shit.
Yeah, sorry about what happened to you, Red. Miss you.
I know, I miss you guys as well. I mean, I'm still around. Obviously, I can't speak. Annoyingly, I can't even speak about the reason for the termination and stuff, etc. now for legal reasons. But
okay.
Yeah,
it's another reason why we hate Mario space. Jesus.
Well, no, but to be fair, it's nothing to do with Mario space and stuff, etc. I mean, obviously, everyone welcome to have their own opinion, but the end results of me and stuff, my position. I mean, it was no one from like Twitter or anyone else's fault and stuff like that and stuff. It was something between me and the company. But yeah, no, I do miss you guys. I think, as most of you have seen, I'm still around. I'm still working on other projects. I'm now CM for Eternity.io, which is co-founded by Yuri, the first OG Loaded Lines whale. Also working as an advisor for Kroll on Mars and soon Abyssus Bay. So,
hey, I don't know why everyone's so goddamn sad about the situation. I was pumped. I think you are free, bro. You are way more valuable without CDC as your daddy, bro.
I think you'll do better as a contractor, to be honest.
No, I appreciate
You don't need anyone telling you what to do.
To be honest, I definitely enjoy a sort of more structured environment, just because things can be a lot more. They can be stricter, but they can be more relaxed, if that makes sense. You know, you feel like a little bit more comfortable. I think the one thing that's quite sort of interesting is that a lot of people would always think like, oh, I bet like that sucks. You just probably lost out on so much money. I'm just like, actually, no. Like, like it's probably one of the lowest paying positions in which I'd previously, like, in comparison to some of the other positions in which I'd had. Even now, I'm earning more. So, you know.
I'm saying another reason why I'm pumped for you, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Possibilities are endless out here.
But
for real. Like, and we need all types. Like, that's what makes us strong is our diversity. And some people thrive in a structured environment. I thrive in chaos. You know, if I find myself in a structured environment, I create chaos so that I'm comfortable.
It's good that you mentioned diversity as well, because it kind of actually showcased to me how much of in one lane I was, which was good because of the role and position that I had at the time, which made it so that I was an expert on the project and knew everything about it and stuff left, right, and center, and could memorize it. I remember reciting it a million times when at events, etc. But it also, once outside of that bubble, it realized actually how much you're kind of missing or not necessarily knowing about other projects. Like, you don't get to hear about other projects like AlphaBots or PsychoKitties or what have you, or all these other ones in which I've now become a part of. And it's not because of these projects do anything wrong, but it's just me myself having my blinkers on because I was so passionate about the project that I was on at the time.
You don't want to be the frog. Buck taught me this. Hey, buddy, why are you hiding down there? I've been sending you goddamn invites. You're the only person I send invites to. Don't be a frog in a boiling pot of water. They sit in the water because they don't realize it's getting hotter. Yeah, don't be a frog.
So it's I think it's going to be interesting to see how I venture out in the space in general over like the next couple of months for sure. I definitely want to focus now on building and establishing networks, because even now I'm putting different projects that I'm in contact with another project that I'm in contact with to actually help them, collaborate and reach their full potential.
That's so funny that you were speaking of frogs, because Red Falcon put a really cool frog butt picture up this morning.
You see that? You see how we're all connected?
That's one of the insults that me and my partner have one another. If we ever want to just piss each other off, we'll just tell them that they got a frog's bum. For those of you that don't know what a frog's bum looks like, Google it. It's amazing.
Now I'm gonna have to. Jesus. I just saw some like TikTok or something where people eat frogs. So there was some fancy restaurant and they pour the hot like butter or something on
and it starts jiggling.
The frog, yeah, it moves.
It's because of the muscles.
I don't know how you can eat
the muscles like react to it.
It's weird, man.
In fact,
it's weird. Y'all
if you dissect a frog and then sprinkle salt in it, it'll start doing like a little Irish jig.
Frogs are jumpy.
Yeah.
If y'all feeling froggy,
they're riveting.
Get ahead and leap. We only got 4 minutes left.
I can't believe I just did that. I googled frogs.
Oh shit! Got him.
Images.
And you made it out of the last space scot-free, and then you went and googled frog's butt. Unbelievable.
Yeah, some other weird stuff y'all had me googling, like NyQuil chicken or something.
Oh yeah, the NyQuil chicken looks exactly like the frog when they pour the thing on it. That is weird. Frogs look like a weird piece of chicken. Yogi, can you save us? We only got 4 minutes left.
No, I was talking about frogs, bro. Because, dude, hey, y'all, because down here in the South Louisiana, we go catch frogs, we clean frogs, and we eat frogs. It's funny, you go do some fresh frogs after you just clean them, throw them in the grease, and they jump out the grease.
Yeah, no, we don't like it. We don't like it. You're supposed to come up and tell us a not frog story. Now we got 3 minutes.
Well, hey, I'm ready for the mutation of the mop I had to go buy me a board. I had to go buy me a board 8. So,
You know what? I think I gotta buy me a board 8
and then I went
because
instead of minting a shit ton to try to get the M2 sturm, I just found one on the floor for 30 crow. I was like, fuck it, I'll just pick that up.
stop it. Oh, you know what? They probably got airdropped in here, and they're just like, let me make 30 crow real quick.
Well, no, that's the
Who's
M1s
gonna?
he gave us. Yeah, the M.
Well, nice pickup.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I'm ready.
Yogi is always watching the secondary. You ever use Snipe Hub or any
I
like
didn't.
tools?
No, I just go around and looking for shit.
Y'all all need to take a look at Snipe Hub.
I have.
It documents everything.
I have. Now, if I was looking for, because most of my buys are impulse buys, so I just see it and buy it. I don't.
Oh, we're getting all the news in at the end here. Meanies are about to
It's
stop
4.6.
minting, and they dropped the mint
It's
price. So
4.6
if you want
crow.
to use Snipe Hub, you need to mint 2 meanies before like midnight tonight, basically.
And you also get an airdrop of their poly mint, their next Polygon mint.
Where are they minting?
On
Abuse.
abuses, and you get buttons just by holding 2 of their first collection and any other. Like if you have any minis or whatever, you collect buttons, and the buttons are used in their marketplace in order to buy new NFTs. And don't be picking them off Crow C. You can get them for 4.6 Crow on the Crow C /mutant thing. The link that I shared in my little post. 4.6 Crow or $250. Way cheaper.
Yeah, but you don't know what you're gonna get those, huh, Sweet?
Oh, say again, sorry?
So you don't know if you're gonna get the M1 or the M2 when you mint.
It's a surprise. So like, yeah, I've been doing like,
so
I've sent out 100 so far.
Yogi wants that sure shot. He's looking
That's
for
right.
that 100%.
He gave me an M1, so I just went pick up an M2.
It's worth it. That's worth it.
Yogi sent me. Yeah, just go mint him. It's way easier.
I'm good. I'm ready to go.
Nah, that's all good stuff, man. Joey, what's cracking?
Hey, I actually had a couple questions and or comments. The Snipe Hub, yes.
Okay, now go. Oh shit.
Snipe Hub is pretty cool. So essentially, it analyzes your portfolio and sort of gives you a rough estimate of how much your portfolio is worth, and then the ups and downs that you see daily.
So the Snipe Hub having the minis will give you premium access. And one of the ways to use Snipe Hub, guys, it will show you what platform has the most volume, which one has the lowest floor price, which one has the highest floor price. If you're trying to buy something, you need that information. If you're trying to sell something, you need that information. Now back over to Mock. Are the serums...
It's 4 goddamn 20. We did it again. Look at y'all. Burning through all 3 420s like we do every damn day. Be proud of yourselves.
Yo, did you do a market update yet?
Not really.
It's been so busy. This has been a very busy space.
I'm saying, man.
So, Mock, are the serums, is there any plans to use them on the Gen 2 or the Lady Apes?
No, for right
Inquiring
now.
minds want to know.
For right now, we're sticking with the Gen 1s, and the Gen 1s, you'll have the M1 and the M2 that you can mutate the, so you get 2 mutations out of one Gen 1. That's why it's cool to have both, you know?
Yeah, and I'll never forget when Bach first started coming in here. God, when was that, Nat? We can even check the blockchain, because the day that Bach came in here and we started doing our little kumbaya dance, Nat went and got herself a Gen 1 ape.
Oh yeah, that's right. When Bach like became the nice guy instead of like the bad guy.
When he came around, yeah, and like I still
Bach is always the nice guy.
He's an acquired taste for sure, you know.
I've got a lot of Thunder Bach LP NFTs, and they're dope. But I need to get one of these Gen 1 Bachs and get down with this mutation process. Cause
hey, Alpha, if you want, they got a bunch of them at $250 on the floor price. I scrolled through, I found one like rank 1100.
Did you use Snipe Hub to find that sale?
No, I didn't.
So these
Yo,
minis are $350.
if
Is that
someone's
the
new here, they probably think that we work for each, like Texas works for Snipe Hub, Yogi works for
I work for everybody.
yeah,
and
you
your
do.
project is the chimps?
Yeah, I'm a chimp.
What's the price supposed to be? The minis, it looks like they're $350. I thought you said they
Yeah,
dropped the price.
they
They
did.
dropped it, yeah.
There was 450 for
I
whiteness,
think
500
it
for
was the
color.
same as
Oh.
you had one of their memberships with the Bseuss, I believe.
All right.
Okay, I'm about to mint too. I haven't minted anything in a long time.
They're pretty cool.
Last
Like
thing
the
I
art on those is
minted.
pretty
It's,
wild.
I feel
So
like
I'm
No,
it's
gonna
a
I
little
use
minted
bit.
the monks, the chimp monks, and I minted no, that's it.
Dude, we had some jobs come in today for the
You
chipmunks. I made like
so
1,100
many
off of that.
job board posts on the monks. It's been amazing. You click on the post, you like or retweet, you go back to the thing, and then it just adds the nut, which is the token that they're using is nut, and it accumulates, and then they'll send it to your wallet whenever you want it to. It's been really really cool. Just check once or twice a day, do a couple jobs, get paid some nut, and then you can put it back to your wallet when you collect enough. Neat.
How often
I'm a
do you nut?
squirrel, crazy for a nut, so get that butt on the dance floor. Yo, if you guys know that track, that's old. That's like when I
So
was 6th grade.
how often are you guys nutting?
I don't know, man. I got monks, but I haven't
I think you
nutted
can nut.
yet.
It's like there's been like three
Pause.
times a day, I guess, on average. On the
3 times a day? That's
Discord.
not
On
bad.
the Discord, I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yo,
Oh,
before you,
you nut 3 times a day on the Discord?
I guess. I mean,
Ooh,
did anyone
nice.
think this through? Do you know the dev? I mean, we know who's responsible for the project, but does anyone know the developer?
The dev is Gen 4. Well, that's his name anyway. Gen 4, they call him.
I really like what he's been doing. I mean, the Ethereum Chronos bridge for NFTs that they built was seamless. And this whole process of getting paid to like and retweet things with uh, the help of some bots, I guess, and then distributing the token, like that's good. That's good work right there. We're lucky to have the developers that we do. You know, Kronos is getting by with the least. And I think that's something that should make everybody in here incredibly bullish on this chain and this community, because we legit have the least amount of developers and we are growing faster than
So we're
anyone
the
else.
outcasts.
We are the outcasts.
Great.
It's like an orphanage, y'all. We are surviving
We are
in
the
the
outsiders.
orphanage.
You can
We
call
have
me
not
Pony
gone
Boy.
down. Eventually, mom and dad will come pick us up.
My God, I've just gone from feeling like, okay, cool, I'm just a regular degen in the NFT world, so now I'm adopted. Well, not even adopted, just rejected.
You
Oh,
are an
buddy.
orphan frog's butt.
Oh
This
my
You
is
are
God.
welcome in the jungle anytime.
Yeah, this is the jungle of misfit NFTs. Voodoo, where you been, baby?
Running around, staying busy, bud. I heard you talking about that bot. If you're interested in it, I've already installed it on World of Cats, Brain Dead Monkeys, Board Candy, and Meta Wars, all four of them. So I can get you in connection with the group behind it that actually built it. It's the engagement bot.
So,
Yeah,
so what
man.
actually is this bot just a case of like you can set up tasks and things like that, and then they can just like how would it be able to check if someone's actually liked or retweeted something on Twitter, for example, if they're
It's
on
an
their Discord account?
amazing anyone that's doing marketing related to Discord or Twitter. So basically, it's an API that communicates with Discord and Twitter, and it can go and check. So you create a tweet, you put the
Uh-huh.
tweet inside of the bot. So we have a channel specifically for rating Twitters. They go and they click the link from there, right? And then they comment, retweet, and like the tweet. Go back to Discord, and then every time you check a mark next to what you've done, the server admin will set a price for that. So you collect points, basically. You can call them, people call them
Okay.
all kinds of tokens. You collect the points. Now, within the bot, there's also a store. And in the store, you can get IRL items. You can get actual tokens. You can purchase actual tokens with it. You can purchase actual NFTs. So, for example, in Board Candy, we have 3 NFTs that we have in our store. Plus, like we have a bag of like 1,000 candy, 500 candy, 100 candy. This is our first round, so we're basically trying to fill it out. My goal is to make it possible for someone to gain an NFT within a month, and then we're going to reset it from there, right? So once you gather enough points, you can use your points to buy raffles. So we have a raffle going on for an NFT, and someone's going to win that. So we set the raffle price for 250 chocolates, the name of the token we're using. And you get
We're gonna
points.
need a dedicated community member to be in charge of this. I don't know who it's gonna be, but
It's I can if you want someone, I can walk them through the whole process because I've done everything from install the bot to set up the pages to set up the raid, set up. Oh, you can do a quest, so you can put
oh,
something in
that's
there that
dope.
says, for example, I want you
With like
to
multiple things.
all kinds of crazy things. You can do
Yeah.
a quest, for example, that says, okay, I'm going to give you 1,000 chocolate. What you have to do for this quest is you have to go into my Twitter space during my Twitter space and take a picture of you in my space and post it in the quest. And then you
Texas,
verify it
you would be
and
good
you
at
get the
this.
points.
You would be better at this than
It's
Voodoo,
whatever we
I
got you
actually
doing now.
already enjoyed this already. And Voodoo, I need to talk to you about some candy prices on NFTs. So later in this space, I need to talk to you.
sure.
Texas,
Yeah, like this
your
is
profile picture is something
Later in
else.
this space is over, my dude. And I think you can all hear Red Falcon getting a little excited over there. He might be thinking about getting into a project, doing something new, doing something
I,
exciting.
my excitement came from seeing Texas's new profile picture, which is magnificent. But no, I do actually. I wanted to ask a question. Would you say, I don't know if you know what Crew 3 is, but when you mentioned like the questing system and stuff, it sounded very much like that, which is something that I'm trying to help integrate and build into like Eternity.io. So again, like board people and have it so that these quests are set up to provide educational content that once people complete like the quests and stuff or the quizzes, what have you,
oh
then they'll
yeah,
be applied with
Degen
themselves in like different
Brains.
roles.
Yeah,
So
Degen
say that
Brains
again.
had something similar to that where they're trying to like learn to earn
Learn
is
to
what they're
earn, yeah.
calling it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if Crew 3 isn't as sophisticated in terms of the API and communicating Discord with Twitter and stuff, etc. Which in which case I would be interested in hearing more about this one in which you have that sort of
This is
much better
probably one of
works.
the most sophisticated bots that I found. When I first heard about this concept, it was from a guy named Data who Links hooked me up with, and he's on Vet, and he's doing this whole thing like I forget what it's called, it's like some tweet for yeet is what he calls it. It's
Yeet,
Data
yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
yeah, yeet for tweets or tweet for yeet, something like that. So I started researching to find because I'm like, we need something like this on Chronos. And then Rack from World of Cats found these guys. They're called Utility 8. They originated on Solana, but it's a Discord bot, so it doesn't matter what network you're on. As long as you have a Discord, it can do exactly what you're looking for. And it's pretty easy to use. Once you set it up, it's straightforward and pretty easy to use.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
pinned it to the top. There's a nice tweet from Monk Finance a couple hours ago. You can see the Discord. There's a little clip, a video clip. So like that and retweet it. Scroll to the right and give everything a like and a retweet because there's all types of good stuff up here. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Drink that water, brush your damn teeth. Own your keys, own your crypto. This is DeFi, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't forget that. Don't tell your seed phrase to anyone. For the love of God. We're doing really good, you guys. Just keep preaching the good word. Write it down. Put it in a safe. This is what happens when I go like one word off script. I want you guys to check out this tweet. It's actually like in the middle. So I'm going to repin it to the top. It's a video, a YouTube video from Ledger. They have a new wallet coming out that is the size of a credit card. And this is some exciting new tech. So take a peek at it, and we will see you in the morning. Coffee and Crow. Crofam for life. Lots of love, y'all. Peace.